Hi there, welcome once again to the Dukascopy TV studio. I'm Ben Jones. Bruno Estier is alongside me for some technical analysis. Bruno, thank you very much for joining us again.
Good morning, Ben.
So Bruno, since July you've been warning about a correction. Is it over?
Well, there are a few diverging signs. First of all, we recall that we mentioned the VIX as a measure of fear, and we argue that the low level of VIX around 11% in the 2006-2007, which preceded a big rise of VIX, is about a similar situation as now, where we have been below 11% for a few times, and now it's trying along the momentum oscillator here to make a bottom. So it is time for a correction.
Okay, now has the VIX stopped declining?
Well, let's go in the short term on the daily chart of the VIX, and we see that in fact in July, which is usually seasonally a month where VIX picks up, we have higher highs and higher lows. It has been just the last 2 weeks, it even broke through 15%, and we see also that the momentum oscillator there is turning up.
Okay, now have we really seen some serious correction so far?
Well, here we need really to differentiate. As we have here a chart of the Russell 2000, which represents the small caps and the mid caps, we see here the dotted line here that represent the ratio of the small cap via the S&P 500. Same thing for the mid cap for the S&P 500. And both of these are trending down. That means they are underperforming the S&P 500. And in fact, when we look at nominally, we see that the Russell was not able to make a new high in July, while the mid cap was doing it, and the S&P, of course, was doing one. So most of the correction occurred basically in the small cap area so far.
Okay, and on the large caps, is this a minor correction?
Well, if we look from the beginning of March, basically we had an acceleration in May, June, and then in the last 3 weeks, we have a very small trading range, horizontal, between 1985 and 1950. And nothing has been broken below 1950 yet. It even come to the point where it has corrected for 3 weeks, and the oscillators are not overbought anymore, so they can eventually turn back up.
Okay, so has it been a more serious correction in Europe?
Let's see, Europe has been a pattern which is different, not a horizontal one, but a very deep zigzag correction, as we see here with two major lows. But now it is back to this green line, and this green line has been support in the past April and May period. And also the oscillators on the MACD is very oversold, so it could rebound here in the coming time, yes.
Okay, and finally, is the equity correction over?
For some of the market, it's over. We see here the Brazil ETF. Here we have the relative strength of Brazil versus the emerging market, which is rising already for 2 weeks. Against the S&P 500, it's also rising for 2 weeks. And here it has been making new highs already for the last 5 days. So some of the markets are already in new uptrend.
Bruno, as always, thank you very much for joining us again.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. Do make sure you keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV as we bring you plenty more updates and exclusive interviews. Bye for now.